Do. Hey everybody, how's it going? Almighty Tim here, and I don't really know how to start this video off, but what's been going on in the land of the dark surfer over the last week or so? To be honest, not much, and I guess that's a good thing for him. Views have been going on. You know how much we like views, so let's check out some good old views. You don't have a whole screen aligned correctly because I set it a certain way for these videos so the YouTube videos show up right. But anyway, let's go down to I'm gonna go down to about 6 or 7 days ago. We can go from there and see how these hot playthroughs are doing. Batman, less than 4,000 views for the whole Batman. Dead Rising final parts, well, the final part 4,400 views. Part before that, less than 1,500. Bioshock, less than 1,000 because he's like 30 something parts in. Yikes. Minecraft, I don't even want to talk about that game. I still got to play it. Not looking forward to it. Less than 2,000 views for these Minecraft parts? What the fuck? That's weird. Urian, 2,000 less than 2,000 views for the first part. The most views is 2005. Let's see here. We got Banjo, 4,400, 2,200, 1,300. So pretty much less than 2,000 for that. Boring Ops 3, less than 1,000 for all of those. But these videos ain't even 3 days old yet, so I ain't gonna count that, I guess. Hot Overwatch. Of course, that don't have good views because it's Overwatch. It's the game not even new anymore, and he not known for playing it. Hitman, that's not even a day old yet, and of course, less than 1,000 views. Yeah, it's not too hot. And he apparently talked about this in the weekend preview, and then he talked about it after that. Like he thought something, and then he was wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna try to find it. But yeah, those are the hot views. But I got a few pre-streams here with some interesting content in it. I think Panda Lee come in on one of these. These are really long pre-streams, by the way. Let me see if I could scroll down and find them. Here we got 24 minutes, 13 minutes. Well, let me see if I'm looking at the right ones. Nah, I'm not. I gotta start on the 20th. Let me see. 28 minutes. Jesus fucking Christ. 28 minutes, dude. 17 minutes. 26 minutes. That's hot. 23 minutes. 25 minutes. 20 minutes. And then it's one with Black Ops 3, but he didn't upload it. It's one of those weird unrecorded pre-streams, and that was pretty long too, I think. So that's that. I didn't mean to exit that out. God damn it. I'm about to fucking reload the page and hear hello everyone again. But I feel like it was something I want to say. I don't know. I ain't feeling too hot today, as usual.
So there you have it. That's kind of the deal for the next few days. Now next week we're going to have Hitman. The next episode of Hitman will be releasing on Tuesday, and I am debating one of two things. I'm debating.
Now this is September 21st. And he's telling us what he's going to do the next week. So it was Wednesday, and he's talking about what he's going to do the upcoming Tuesday. Whatever. Pre-stream September 21st, Bioshock today, Street Fighter 5 Blues. Oh yeah, he made a Street Fighter 5 rant too. And that's a hot video. It was like 40-something minutes long. It's something. It's definitely something. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not gonna watch it. I already watched it in my spare time. I think I was cooking when I was watching it. It's not really much of a video to react to, in my opinion.
Hello, everyone.
At least not for me, because Street Fighter 5 is kind of a shitty game in a lot of ways. DSP is just wrong in the way that he attacks the game, if you will. If you will. Oh yeah, 574 dislikes, 649 likes, and that's a hot screen cap. Let's read this disclaimer though. I'm sure the comments are fucking pausing. Uh, Disclaimer: this video is real talk, full of rage, but also truth. I have played Street Fighter competitive since the day it was released in the U.S. arcades and have a track record of undeniable skill in competitive fighting games, despite what some detractors, he put it in quotes, even though that's like the term he fucking coined for people like me, but whatever. In the mainstream FGC, despite what some detractors in the mainstream FGC might try to say, what detractors in the mainstream FGC talk about DSP still in 2016? And they like serious. Whatever. After 7 months of experience, the farce that is he never uses that word, that is Street Fighter 5, I finally have to speak up and call out on the insane bullshit that the competitive community have been saying and defend this inferior game. I fully expect backlash, but considering I have no plans to ever return to competitive fighting games, I don't care. Remember when he would return to competitive Street Fighter? If Street Fighter 5 was good and he was going to come back in a big way, that was his words. Remember that? Yeah, that didn't happen. The success of Street Fighter and Capcom is essential to the FGC community. I don't know why you guys wanted to fail so badly. What? The FGC don't need Street Fighter to do good. Not anymore. Maybe 10 years ago. Maybe when Street Fighter 4 came out and nobody wanted to play anything else. I don't know. But some of the stuff he said in the video was true, and some of the stuff he said in the video makes sense. But he think everybody that plays Street Fighter 5 jack the game off and say it's good, and that's far from the fucking truth. A lot of people that play Street Fighter 5 kind of shit on the game too at the same time. A lot of people see a lot of people see a lot of problems with Street Fighter 5. The only people that really defend it is like a small amount of people that'll sit up there and pretend like the game all right and say, oh no, nothing's wrong with the game. The game, oh no, this character's not bad. You just have to put in the work. Oh no, the delay isn't that bad. You just have to play more. Those people, it's like a small ass amount of people that say that. And those people are assholes. And that's, I guess, the people he talking about. But it's like, I'm rambling on too much about this already. But the thing is, he say he don't watch streams, he don't watch tournaments, but then he always talk about tournaments, and then he always say these people say Street Fighter 5 good, so people watch their streams. And it's funny too, because when he say that, I think to myself, they don't even fucking stream. Maximilian barely plays Street Fighter, so you can't say it's him. L.I. Joe, somebody he name dropped in the video, I don't ever see him fucking stream Street Fighter. The big Japanese players, they stream it sometimes, but the Street Fighter 5 directory on Twitch be fucking dead. That shit is that shit is like casket land, dude. It's just caskets everywhere. Casket land. That sounds like a shitty Mario level. But nobody streamed that shit. The directory for Street Fighter 5 be fucking dead. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I could guess I'll go on a fake field trip. Let's go to twitch.tv and see how many people are on the Street Fighter 5 directory right now. It's the middle of the day. It's noon right now. It's not even on the front page, so it don't even have 3,000 viewers, whoever's streaming it. Street Fighter 5, 1,400 viewers. The top person streaming, I'm Still Daddy, 1985. He always get a lot of viewers when he's streaming. But he don't even have donations or a sub button, so he's not streaming it to get money like DSP say. Second one is Asian characters. I don't know. Then the third one is 91 viewers. Fourth one, 49 viewers. Everybody under that has less than 20 viewers, which isn't even worth mentioning. And a lot of these streams have 0 viewers. So yeah, the whole Street Fighter 5 directory right now is 2 channels. And the way he talk about it is like everybody streams Street Fighter 5 all day and talk about how good the game is so they can get viewers. Those people don't even fucking stream Street Fighter. I don't ever see those people fucking stream Street Fighter. The mainstream FGC people. Like, people really don't want to watch it that much unless it's a tournament or unless it's a big name person playing, and I guess you could kind of say that about a lot of games. I don't know. I don't think Street Fighter V is what DSP think it is when it come to other people. And I don't understand how he make these assumptions, but he don't watch tournaments. He don't watch streams of it. So why do you think people play the game on stream just to get attention and get money when you don't watch streams? Like, it's weird. He contradicts himself a lot when he talk about that. But yeah, that's the Street Fighter V rant video he did in a nutshell, pretty much. But it's like 48 minutes long, and it's some pretty interesting quotes in there. Like, damn, I think you said it either in that video or it was a pre-stream. I think it was a pre-stream where you say he don't lie to his viewer base all the time or some shit. But it's some interesting quotes in there that you could take out, take out of context and put it in another video.
New Sonic game or XCOM 2, one of those, or doing a second run of Dead Rising, a new game plus run. All right, retaining all of my abilities from the game, the first run, and trying to do all the stuff I couldn't do the first run. For example, saving more survivors, doing the psychopath boss fights that I didn't do, because apparently there were a few good ones in there that I didn't find, and people were very disappointed that I didn't do them because I didn't know about them. You know, I would like to do those maybe. So, I guess we'll have to see. You know, what do people want to see more? Do you want to see me play a new game? Do you want to see me do a second run in that game? I'm not sure what people want. And what I would like to do is balance that with Banjo-Kazooie next week to basically end the month.
What about Recall,
and
by
then
the
next month in October.
You remember Recall? Anybody remember Recall? That hot platformer game that DSP said wasn't that bad, but he not playing it because nobody else want to see it. But he playing fucking Banjo-Kazooie because he got paid to play it.
You know, we've got new game,
Banjo-Kazooie,
that I'm interested in. So that's kind of the deal for the next few days to week. For those who are wondering, you know, what exactly to expect. Hopefully it'll be a strong end to the month. I'll be honest with everyone. I am honest. It's been slow. This month has been pretty slow. Typically, when the hardcore game...
Remember last month, before September started? Oh, September's gonna be great. All these games coming out in September. You're gonna have this, you're gonna have that, you're gonna have that. People are gonna be coming back we haven't seen in months. Oh, it's gonna be great. And now it's the end of September. Oh, September hasn't been that great. Now it's October. It's all about October now. October's gonna hit and garbage is gonna come out and boring games are gonna come out and it's gonna say, oh, November. Then November's gonna hit, like 8 games are gonna come out and garbage and boring games are gonna come out. Oh, next year South Park The Fractured But Whole comes out. In Final Fantasy 15 is gonna come out next year. Next year is gonna be great, and then next year is gonna happen, and then he's gonna quit YouTube. Okay, that's probably not gonna happen. But yeah, hardcore gaming season, boy. It's been hardcore, right?
Gaming season starts, things pick up big time when it comes to people attending streams, people watching my videos. It's been kind of the opposite this year because if you actually look, it's been a very slow gaming season. With a few exceptions, like
it's all about the games. It's always the game's fault.
There really hasn't been any high-profile games released at all. Last year we had games like Until Dawn, Metal Gear Solid 5, Mario Maker, Super Mario Maker. Remember that?
Remember that?
Got attention. This year there's like
people
nothing
still
going
play
on.
that game all the time.
Very, very slow time of the year, and because of that, because of that, it's hard. I'm doing my best, I'm playing what's new.
It's hard.
What's new is old. BioShock and Dead Rising, old games. And it's hard to bring in new viewers, right? When you're playing old stuff. At least in my experience, whenever I do a throwback or a retro playthrough, especially if it's a game that I've played before.
Let's be honest here. When does DSP bring in new viewers, first of all?
Or like BioShock, exactly. It's very difficult. But I'm hoping that in October, with all the new games coming out, Mafia 3, Gears of War 4, WWE, the PlayStation VR is going to launch, so I'm going to be covering virtual reality for the first time.
So we get Mafia 3, a game that's developed by people that didn't make Mafia 2, and people that didn't make Mafia 1. So it's 3 games, 3 Mafia games, 3 different dev teams. That's exciting. We get that. We got a new WWE game, which doesn't even have the fake My Career mode or whatever they call it in WWE. I think it's just got a regular story mode. We get that. And I mean, we had one of those last year too, and the year before that. Like, he do these WWE playthroughs every year, but he don't play like 2K every year. Well, basketball every year. I don't get that. And when the last time he played Madden? When the last time he played FIFA? He could have played Madden and FIFA this year. He could play that stupid hockey game for like a week and then returned it. Because he needs to start buying shit from GameStop and returning it real fast. But he played WWE every year because he's a fanboy of it. Anyway, so we're getting that. That's going to be hot. What else he getting? Shit, I missed it. Well, I forgot. I gotta listen again.
I've played before, like BioShock. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
I mean, Mafia 3, Gears of War 4.
Oh, yeah, Gears 4. He already played the beta of Gears 4. It didn't get high views, and I don't think a lot of people are really excited to watch DarkSyde Phil play Gears of War 4. Just saying. I don't think anybody's excited to watch anybody play Gears of War 4. It's Gears of War 4. Is anybody excited for Gears of War 4, like, in real life? Just be serious.
The PlayStation VR is going to launch, so I'm going to be covering virtual reality
Somebody
for the
will
first
come
time.
and being annoyed.
Battlefield 1, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
You play Street Fighter 5 and you're trying to give shit on
That's
Gears
just
of War
to
players?
name a few.
You fucking suck, Tevin. I hate all your videos.
Hopefully that'll get some more people invigorated and back into my
Wait,
stuff
what are the
in
games
the month of October. At least that would be and back into my stuff in the month of October.
Oh my god.
Hopefully that'll get some more
my god,
people
YouTube.
Name a few.
YouTube, please.
Battlefield 1, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Oh, snort.
And that's just to name a
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, you played Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 last year. That was a high playthrough, wasn't it? I'm sure Part 2 is going to be the same thing because all these Dragon Ball Z games have the whole storyline just done over again. So that's going to be great. That's a game you should definitely play. And Battlefield 1 is going to play that for, what, a week, 2 weeks? And then it's going to be done with it. It's a first-person shooter. You know, he's not going to really get much new viewers. Because even when Battlefield 4 came out, he didn't get much new viewers. He got like a bunch of views on the first couple videos because the game was new and people wanted to see it. But after that, nobody came back. So, yep. People are just gonna watch like Jack Frags or some shit play Battlefield 1.
A few. You know, that's just to name a few.
Does LEA play Battlefield 1?
Hopefully that'll get some more people invigorated and back into my stuff in the month of October. At least that would be my goal.
I think both his hands busy jacking Call of Duty
who haven't been around. You know, so we'll see. But this month's been pretty slow. I don't even know if I'm gonna do as well as I did in August this month, which kind of sucks. This is typically the time of the year when I'm trying to come back in a big way and build momentum for that final few months of the year, and it hasn't happened really. But I'm still moving forward. I'm still enjoying the games that I'm playing. It's not that I'm frustrated or whatever and not enjoying. No, I'm actually having fun with the games I'm playing.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Spoiler alert. I think in the pre-stream, the Monday that just passed, like, okay, today is August. Wow, today is September 28th. I think the pre-stream he did on the 26th or the 27th, he was like, I thought maybe YouTube is just having a problem with views because I'm making the same amount of money that I would normally make this time of year. And when I heard him say that, I thought to myself, DSP, how fucking dumb are you? You make money based on ads now. And ads are allegedly better this time of the year because, it's almost a holiday season. And people are spending more money on getting the ads on YouTube. And even he said it himself, this time of the year is big for YouTubers because the ad revenue was higher and more people generally watch your videos this time of the year. But he was saying, like, he thought the views was messed up and he was still getting the right views because he was still making the same amount of money. But he don't even make money the same way anymore. He used to make money. Last year he made money off views. This year he make money off ad revenue. Did he forget how he make money on YouTube? I don't know.
So, thank you to those of you who are here.
I don't know.
And enjoying my stuff daily. I appreciate that. You are the people who are allowing me to continue to do this in the long term. If it weren't for people who came by to watch the stuff that's not
I thought
necessarily
people on
the new
Patreon
hype
allowed you to do it
releases,
for the long term.
I wouldn't be able to do this as a job.
I thought people on Patreon allowed you to do it as a job.
Me afloat, and I appreciate that.
Mm.
All right, so you know what? I'm not going to do a big plug segment today. In fact, I'm only going to do one quick plug today, and it's going to be for Patreon. You know, the usual. There's only 9 days left this...
Okay, that's enough of that. This is pre-stream September 22nd. Bioshock continues. Week ahead looks good. I think Panda Lee came in on this one. This pre-stream got 2 ads on it, by the way. Because I had ad block paused earlier. And I refreshed everything, and it was a fucking ad, and I started this, and then one right here, 5 minutes in, and one at the ending. Yeah, 3 ads. We need 3 ads for a pre-stream. That's great.
This month, we've got a big goal coming up. That goal is the Halloween Horror Marathon, ladies and gentlemen. And if we hit the funding goal this month, I'll be doing a 6 to 7 hour long marathon on Halloween of horror-themed games.
Oh man, for real?
Cam on and I'll be in costume.
You mean you won't be playing religious games?
To scope out costumes in the area to check it out and see what's going on. You know, with here's some cool costumes I could wear for the marathon. I did this last year too.
Spoiler alert. I don't know what pre-stream this was. This might have been the one from yesterday or the day before. I don't know. I lose track of them a lot. That's why for these videos I have them in a separate tab and put the fucking timestamp at the top of the screen, like, 20 minutes in. But it was one of them. I know it was recent. He talked about his costume, and he was like, I've been checking out some costumes, but if we don't hit the goal, I'm not gonna be able to do any of that. This is I suck at talking today. This is the amazing thing. He wants $1,000, $1,200. I forgot how his fucking Patreon work. I think it's supposed to be, if he get 1,000, he really get 1,200, but it only show 1,000 because he got fake pledges so long. The Patreon system fucked up for his page. It's not fucked up for anybody else. It's fucked up for his page. So when he get $1,000, he really getting 1,200, but Patreon's stupid, and Patreon think he getting 1,000 because he got so much fake pledges. So it show us 1,000, but he getting 1,200. That make a lot of sense, don't it? But that's apparently what the deal is with his Patreon. So he want $1,200, $1,250 to play horror games for 6 to 7 hours, and he's got his costume behind the paywall. But remember, you guys, DSP is a legitimate YouTuber, a legitimate Let's Player, and he's not an actor and he's not a clown. But he has a costume behind the paywall. I can understand if he was like, I don't know, a big boob girl or some shit, and it was like, you guys, you want to see me cosplay this weekend? We're gonna have to hit the goal. But it's like a 34-year-old man, and not even an attractive 34-year-old man. I don't know what person is getting up in the morning saying, "Oh man, I can't wait to give DarkSyde $5 so he can wear a costume for me on Halloween. I can't wait to see that." I don't know. I don't know what kind of viewer base he has. Well, you know what? I was about to say, I don't know what kind of viewer base he has for them to want that, but they kind of don't want it. Because September almost over with, and he ain't hit the goal yet. He could probably go hit the goal like the last day or some shit as usual. But the month almost over, and he ain't even hit the goal yet. Oh no! He hit the goal! What the fuck? He hit the goal, you bastard. See, I knew it. Like 2 days ago, he didn't. Like 2 days ago, he was $70 behind or some shit, and now he hit it. Well, god damn it, you fucking motherfucker. Oh well. I guess we get to see a 34-year-old man wearing a costume. And it's probably going to be a boring costume, too. Like it's going to be Dracula or some shit.
And, I have some ideas over it. I actually have 2 good ideas for a costume that I can
last year, what was it? A police officer? Kinda? A sheriff? Come on, man. It's not exciting. You're getting $1,200. You got to do some stupid, crazy-looking shit, man. Dress up like Zangief or something. I don't know.
marathon. All right. And the games that I'll be playing will be determined by people who pledge. If you pledge $5 or more in the next 8 days.
Well, I guess it's pre-stream today. We hit the goal, you guys.
Left,
we did it.
You will be able to nominate and vote on the games in this marathon. Okay? Pretty cool. And this year I'm doing 3 to 4 different games during the marathon, rather than just one. Last year I did one, did not work out. It ended up being boring after a couple hours, and I understand that. I'm learning from that, and this year it's going to be a better marathon.
People voted on one game, first of all. It's like he pretends that wasn't the case. But doing 3 to 4 games, is that really better than doing one game? I don't think so. Because he's going to do these 3 to 4 games. He's going to probably put them in separate playlists. And even if he don't, what if you like one of the games? As a viewer, you like one of the games specifically over the other 3. What if he like one of the games specifically over the other 3? He's not going to go back and fucking finish it. So it's going to be, instead of one game he don't finish and you see part of a playthrough of, it's going to be 4 games you don't finish and you see part of a playthrough of. And then let's be honest, this is DarkSyde Field playing horror games. He's not the most fun person to watch play horror games. It's like he treat them so annoying. It's not even worth watching him play it. I'm not saying you should pretend to be scared at everything, but if you're the type of person to not be scared at all, and if you're the type of person to say, oh, that's not fucking scary, this shitty game, every time a jump scare happens, maybe you shouldn't play horror games at all. At least not to try to entertain people, because that's what streaming and YouTube is supposed to be for, to entertain other people. But DSP don't do it for that. He do it to have his own fun and to make his money.
For sure. Okay?
It is what it is.
So, if you have not yet, please consider pledging. I actually got a pledge last night. Pretty good one. And I have no complaints.
I got a pledge last night. Pretty good one. Listen to this. Live Patreon check-in.
Okay. Alright, I just wanted to double check. We are still around the same as we were. We're around, I think, $90 away or something
live
like that.
Patreon
from
check-in.
hitting the goal for the month of September. We're still under $100 away from hitting the goal, which is great. I wanted to make sure it didn't
I mean, people could just check it on their own.
Didn't get any worse, because sometimes what happens is near the end of the month people realize, oh, I had a big pledge and I got to reduce it, right? So, no, we're still under $100 away from hitting this goal, okay? And it's very doable.
Oh,
it's very doable that we could hit this goal and have a fun Halloween marathon, but some more people have to pledge. So please consider, if you haven't, if you like my stuff, keep in mind, there's some really fun stuff coming up in October. Mafia 3, Gears of War 4, WWE. I'm going to be covering the PlayStation VR and playing a bunch of the games and stuff that'll be out for it with picture-in-picture. I'm going to be playing Battlefield 1, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, amongst other things in October.
None of these games sound exciting.
It's going to be a very content-packed month and all new releases. You're going to want to see it. Pledging allows me to cover all that stuff. Helps me afford the games, all right? So please consider pledging if you have not yet, okay? I would definitely appreciate that.
So pledging, like, let me get this straight. Patreon allows him to pay his bills one day, and then another day within the same month. If you want to see these new games coming up, Patreon allows me to buy the games. But I thought Patreon allowed you to pay your bills. So what the fuck paying your bills? What? Yeah, it's bullshit, I know. He can't keep his fucking story straight.
Yeah. But yeah, you have till the 31st to pledge. Alright, and then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, my girlfriend Leanna actually owns her own business. It's called The Black Currant. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. You can actually see the link right here on your screen. And she's currently doing a sale, a fall sale she just started.
Trying to get rid of her old
20%
shit.
off any order of $10 or more. That includes her soaps and her wax tarts.
Yeah, I believe she
and
came in
the
the room
fall
for this
sale
one.
20, fall sale
I
20.
think.
If you use that in your cart as you're checking out, you will save 20% on any order of $10 or more. Just some good ideas for this time of year. She's got some cool fall scented stuff on there. I believe she has Alpine Frost. She's got an apple cinnamon bar, I believe, something like that, and also a couple
Here we
pumpkin
go.
scents that are all fall
The panda's
oriented that
in
you might
effect.
want to check out. But in addition to that, the wax tarts. This is the time of year.
She just
You're not aware,
sneaks
today's
in the
the
room
first
during
day
the
of
pre-stream.
autumn in the United States, and it's probably, I believe, in Europe. I know other parts of the world it's the complete opposite because of the equator and stuff like that, the positioning of the sun. But for us, it's cooling down. This is the time of year where things are getting cooler and people want to burn candles, right? Oh, I want my house to smell good. Well, good alternative to getting a scented candle.
We don't want our house to smell good
wax
any
tarts,
other time of the year.
Wax tarts don't have an open flame. They don't require a lighter. You just go get a cheap wax tart melter. We've seen them for as cheap as $10 at places like Target, or even online, Amazon.com. You probably have a billion different models. You just get this nice little scented wax tart cube, put it in there, melts. Your house smells great, and there's no risk. If that thing spills, guess what? It's just wax. It's not a big deal. There's no open fire or anything, and they're completely reusable tons of times. They smell great. In addition, Leanna soaps are great. I can attest to that because it's the only soap that I use. I haven't used anything more than that in the past 3 freaking years.
I don't think anyone wants to buy soap because DarkSyde Phil uses it.
And I love them. They're glycerin based. They're good.
Oh man,
skin.
I gotta get this soap, man.
DarkSyde
DarkSyde Phil fucking washes himself with it every day. I gotta be just like him.
Bars or detergent bars because they don't even have the ingredients to legally be called soap, which is ridiculous in my opinion. But hey, that's why it's cheap. That's why you can buy a 12-pack of soap at the store for like $5, but it's terrible for you. It's bad for your skin. At least you dried out or oily, one or the other. This soap
because
is much
everything
better,
else we interact with in
Don't
life
just
isn't bad for us
believe me.
too.
Check out the website for yourself. The best way that you can get an idea.
Also, this is great. DSP, DarkSyde Phil, the same dude. I'm not even going to talk about his health situation. It's not even going to talk about him. He's acting like having not oily skin is the most important thing in the world. Having moderately above slightly average healthy skin from using Panda soap. That's more important than anything else apparently. Because isn't like when he have weird health problems, don't he like not go to the doctor until they get super, super bad? But you want us to buy this soap because it's good for our skin. So we're supposed to care about our skin more than anything else then apparently. I guess so. We can smoke and drink all day, but make sure your fucking skin ain't oily, son, because that shit is gonna send you to the deathbed.
Idea of how good the stuff is that she makes is by checking out her website right here on your screen right now, etsy.com/shop/
It's not her website.
Because she's got tons of positive customer reviews from the people who've ordered from her in the past year and a half. So one more time, the code fall sale 20% off any
fucking
order
Pandally.
of $10 or more.
Oh, she
That
didn't
code
talk
is
in
good
this one.
through
No.
Monday. So it's for basically for a
Aw.
long weekend, starting today, Thursday through
disappointed.
Monday. So you must order over the weekend if you want to take advantage
Okay,
of
so it was another. I'm not gonna try to find it. It's another one. She fucking rambles for like 2 or 3 minutes about her little soap, in her weird voice. Sound like the parents of Charlie Brown. Pandally, you and your weirdness. September 24th, Banjo Kazooie, that hot brand new game, Banjo Kazooie, that all the kids are playing.
Later this week, I also want to do something
I like the
different.
Dead Rising part. That's why I'm
And
playing
I'm
this.
probably going to put it in the hands of the viewers
Hands of the viewers.
so that you know, or that you could kind of control it. And what I mean by it is this.
How much times this month has he let viewers decide shit for free? But to decide 4 games he play on Halloween that he don't finish, I gotta pay $5. You understand how fucking stupid that is? Hey, if you want to just tell me what game you want me to play on Twitter right now, tell me what game you want me to stream tonight in my chat right now. That's all free. But if we want to tell him to play 4 games that he won't finish, and if we want him to wear a Halloween costume that probably costs like $50, we got to pay him $1,250 combined. So we got to pay to vote for one thing, but all this month everybody been able to vote for everything for free. Yeah, him doing the Twitter polls is not a good idea. It's a good idea as far as fan interaction or whatever, but it's not good when you're trying to ask for money for the same thing. It's not a good idea. But whatever. What do I know? I don't run a business.
Ideas in mind for things that I could do because, like I said, I really don't have a new release coming out till Mafia 3. October 7th, so I'm gonna need something else to do, right? So here's what
I don't think
I'm
Mafia 3 is gonna be that good.
I'm thinking
I don't know.
that I could
Guess
either
we'll
do
see.
something new, but I don't want it to get into something too long, okay? And what I'm thinking is
Something
like a
new
game
and
like
not too long.
XCOM 2
That's what
probably
she
wouldn't
said.
make sense because it's going to be far too long and drawn out. You know what I mean?
I don't think he even finished XCOM 1. I remember watching this Zayden play that, and I don't think he finished it. Either that or I didn't finish watching it. But XCOM 2 already like 20 years old because it came out on PC a long time ago. So it's not worth DSP to play that game.
But maybe I could do something like the new Sonic game. There's a new Sonic Boom game coming out.
Why would he play the new Sonic Boom game? He didn't beat the last one. He played the last one for like one stream. I remember I was watching it. I was watching it live. I was, oh man, Sonic Boom, this is gonna be great. I get to watch him play this game that's apparently horrible, and I get to watch him play it while it's brand new day one. It was great, and then he never went back to it. It was really boring though. But if he would have kept playing it, I might have got interest in. But why would he play the new Sonic Boom? He didn't finish the last one. What's the point of that? Stupid.
I'll call like Fire and Ice or something like that, right? Maybe I'll play that. Or
that's like if I play Fear 2 right now and I still never finished Fear 1. And it's on my YouTube channel that I never finished it. That would be stupid.
There is
That's
a
silly.
Forza game coming.
Why would a YouTuber play Forza? Why would a YouTuber play Forza? Let's be honest here. With a controller. He don't even have a steering wheel. So it's less entertaining for him. And then it's a fucking racing game. I don't think anybody wants to see Forza. I don't think anyone wants to watch a 3-hour-long stream of Forza or a game playthrough. Gotta put that in quotes. Of Forza.
Coming out.
Now somebody gonna say, "Oh, I love watching
And
Forza.
I've
It's
never
my
played a
favorite game
Forza
to watch
before.
on YouTube."
Forza Horizons 3 or something like that. I'm seeing ads for it all over television. Now I don't know much about it besides it's a driving game, and I haven't played a racing
never
or
played
driving
Forza
game
at
in
all,
a million
by the way.
years. It's been like 3 years or more. So maybe this would be a cool time for me
You
to
know
do
what?
something
I'm
different and
lying.
play.
He might have played Forza when it launched with the Xbox, or the first one that came out with the Xbox. He might have. I don't know.
That this week? I don't know. Or here's the other thing that I'm kind of considering: doing a second run through Dead Rising, playing it New
Listen
Game
to this.
Plus, and using your input, you the viewers, to tell me, oh, Phil, there was this psychopath you missed over here. You should go do that one. Or, oh, Phil, if you go this way now because you're faster, you could save all these survivors and go this way and that way. You know, all the stuff that I basically...
So being handheld is using the input of the viewers now.
missed in the first run, I would like to maybe do. And that would be pretty cool in my opinion. Dependent on, you know, how well it goes and how many people are going to, you know, actually help and not troll or whatever. Because obviously I don't know what I missed.
Being purposely handheld in a video game is pretty cool in his opinion.
It's the first time that I played. I just kind of played it cold. And now obviously I'll have all the abilities and everything from my first run through, which will allow me to get through the game, you know, more efficiently and quickly, but it'll also allow me to tackle the stuff that I missed the first time around. So, we got to see. You know, I'm curious what people will be interested in. I'm thinking I'm going to do another Twitter poll, probably.
Another Twitter poll. See what I mean? You get to vote on this shit for free. But he want $5 for you to vote for him to play a game on Halloween and not finish it. What the fuck?
So, again, put the power in the hands of the viewers.
Power in the hands
and
of the
see what
viewers.
The viewers have to
AKA
say.
the
Would they
people
like,
on
do you want
Twitter.
to see something new like Forza? Or do you want to see a second run? I don't know. I honestly don't know what people
I
are
hope
gonna be
people vote
looking
for Forza just to fuck
so
them
I'm very
over.
curious to see what ends up kind of, you know, winning the polls this year.
Fucking Forza.
I guess we'll find out, right?
That's such a bad game to do for YouTube, especially if you consider
There you
yourself
have
a
it.
Let's
That's kind of
Player.
what I have in mind coming up.
I can understand if you were just playing it to
And
fuck
then a very
around.
early,
But he
very
take
early
everything too
October,
serious on YouTube.
There's actually a few retro things coming out. Atari Flashbacks 1 and 2, where it's actually two collections of classic Atari games remastered for modern consoles, and I might play some of those because I actually love Atari games. I grew up, Atari was my first home console, so that might be pretty cool.
The 7800, by the way, which you can consider
So we'll
that
see.
a real Atari if you want to.
All right, folks. So anyway, that's
I
kind
think
of
I said in another video.
FYI.
He was like, "Oh, my dad had an Atari 7800. That hot Atari 7800. It had the best versions of all the games.
hash this out better tomorrow in the weekend preview, but I wanted to let you know since it is kind of confusing. A lot of people are like, well, Phil doesn't have a definitive schedule coming up. What could be coming up? That's kind of the stuff that you can expect, all right?
Managed to save my Atari when the flooding happened.
All right, so that's the deal.
exciting.
I'm about to start with Banjo-Kazooie
I could do a
HD,
real Atari stream
fun
one
hours
day.
of gameplay.
I think,
However,
fuck. Yeah, my controllers did break, didn't they? They sure did. I still got the Atari games and the Atari console, but the controllers ended up underwater. It might still work though. It is an Atari. It might still work. I don't know. I think if an Atari controller sit under 2 feet of water for a couple of days, it'll still work. Maybe.
hello.
I don't know. Let's see. What's been going on KO Gaming 1? Nothing? No, nothing. For Honor, that was a week ago. And better than Street Fighter 5, the King of Fighters 14 review 2 weeks ago. Yikes. So KO Gaming 1 hasn't had anything in a week. That ain't good. I forgot he played For Honor, that hot game For Honor. Hot Ubisoft game. I love Ubisoft, my favorite game publishers. Like everything they put out. I especially like how all of the games have like the same fucking UI.
Hello, everyone.
And everything looks like Watch Dogs, aka Assassin's Creed.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my god. It's like they got a fucking Ubisoft dev kit and everybody at Ubisoft get it. So all the UIs look the same in all the games. Shit is obnoxious. Everything look like it's in the future. Whoa, what the fuck? It's a weird amount of dislikes for a weekend preview. Usually it'll be like 100 to 100. Weekend preview September 25th, 2016. Banjo Hitman and your input. 86 likes, 112 dislikes. He loved doing a your input thing because if something failed, he could say, well, this is what people wanted. I'm just doing what people wanted. Only 35 comments. You know, a bunch of them got deleted. Do Forza. You're doing racing games is fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, because he wreck a lot. Okay. I guess that's one reason I want to see him play Forza. But they get old real fast though. You know. Forza Horizon 3 running 4K on a 980 Ti. I don't know. That's a YouTube video I just saw on the side. I'll tell you what to believe and what not to believe. DSP says that in his video? No way. Virginia would be a good playthrough. Yeah, he didn't play Virginia. Well, he not playing Virginia. I'm thought about playing it. It's look like another walking simulator. I like walking simulators. I hated Firewatch though. Hated Firewatch. Do Mother Russia Bleeds. No, that game is old and it's some indie shit. DSP doesn't play old indie shit. Get out of here. Oblivion. Why would he play Oblivion? Your views were pretty consistent last year on NBA 2K16. Yeah, that don't mean they'll be consistent this year. 2K16 old anyway. And it's 2K16 is terrible for YouTube. 2K, not 16, 17. 2K17 is terrible for YouTube. That game boring as a motherfucker if you want to play it for the story. 2K16 was better for story. Even though a lot of people think otherwise. The Spike Lee shit was obnoxious, but at least if you played it for the story, you didn't have to do a bunch of extra shit in between. If you played 2K17, you have to do a bunch of extra shit in between, and you get a half-ass fucking story that some intern made. Win Persona. I don't think he's going back to that. Play NBA 2K, he's not going to play that. Play Eternal Crusade? I assume that's Crusade. That don't look like it's spelled right. I guess it is. What the fuck is this? Some indie shit? Oh my god, it's a Warhammer 40k game. Why the fuck would DSP play that? What happened with the Recoil playthrough? Yeah, I know. What happened to that? I was enjoying the Recoil playthrough. I was enjoying the content. Let me see. Forza. First time I watched the weekend preview and you got an awesome, badass new intro. What? New intro? This must be the first time in a long time because this intro is not new. There we go. This is not new. I kind of wish he still did the doom doom. God damn. Bullshit. Bullshit. The old weekend preview intro from like 2012. That was fun. This one ain't fun. Click.
What is up, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to the Weekend Preview. It is Sunday
He still
night,
does that.
September 25th, 2016 here in Washington State. Nice and cool, lovely weather we've been having recently. Now that autumn has hit, this past week was the first week of autumn, at least in the United States. I'm not sure, internationally.
As standard for DarkSyde apparel, we have our lowly hanging collar t-shirt with the glistening chest hair showing, of course, and the slight chance of possibly seeing a chain. That weird chain that Panda gave him.
Begins. And this week's an interesting one. We're ending off
the fact that I even know that she gave him that
ending
chain
off
is
September,
already
it means
amazing.
that there's going to be some ongoing things. There's going to be a new thing that's starting this week, which you're going to have control of. Okay, well, let me put it this way. Will you have 100% control? No, but I need to get your feedback to see what exactly you're interested in seeing me play this week, because we've got a few options, which I'm going to talk about in this video. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about in this video.
So
there's
weird
a few
now
things I want to hit
without the
upon
air
before we
conditioner in the
actually get to the
background. They
schedule.
actually
All right,
sound the way
first
they're
and
supposed to
foremost,
sound.
this past week ended up being a little bit different than what
Well,
originally I
fucking
had
sound.
planned it being, because we didn't know, for example, when was the Street Fighter V DLC coming out? Was I going to be able to get some people together to do a final run in Call of Duty?
I know. I'm giving him shit for having background noise in some of his videos, right? But he the one with like a $200 mic, a $200 mixer, and soundproofing. So when you got all of that and you still hear in the background because he has a fucking air conditioner sitting in his room and you don't have central air conditioner for some reason, it's kind of breaking a point. Like, you might as well just use a fucking headset mic if you're gonna have an air conditioner sitting in the room right there. But now it sound all right. It sound the way it's supposed to sound.
Black Ops Zombies,
So
right?
great.
There's a lot of things that we're uncertain about this past week. So if you
We
have
could hit
not
a
been paying
snorts with
attention,
no interruptions
a few
and no
quick things.
background
Number
noise
one,
now.
yes, I did play the final Street Fighter V DLC, Urian. He did release, and I played him on Friday. So you can check that out on DSP Gaming. As usual, I did all his trials and in the lab and his survival mode and all his story
Urian
mode
with
and all
his
that. And
hot
I did a bunch of
anti-airs.
online play. In addition, I did begin
And that
my
hot off the
Banjo
ground
Kazooie
super.
HD playthrough. You can find that on DSP Gaming as well. I played a
Best
good
combo in the
4 to
game,
5
sweep
hours
into
of the
super.
game back on Saturday. That was the big premiere. I actually did 2 sessions of it in celebration of it being the launch of that game. Okay, now keep in mind that game is the patrons playthrough from August. That's the reward. We hit the goal level, so I'm going to be doing an ongoing playthrough of that game over the course of this week. So that's going to be one of the major things. Now let's talk a little bit about something that I saw happen on YouTube these past couple of weeks. All right, and I'm going to be real with everyone, honest.
Oh my God, it being real again?
The bottom line is I've noticed just checking out certain things, like for example, certain videos that I've uploaded and stuff like that. It almost looks like views are like way down. All right, now most of you don't care about that, and honestly, I don't get paid off of views, so it doesn't matter to me that views are down. And overall, I've noticed that this month, the month of September, I'm doing just as fine as I did in August, all right? It's not like, oh my God, views are down and my business is doing terrible. It's not. It's actually doing just as well as it did in August. But according to YouTube, my views are down this month. So it makes no sense. My views are down, but I'm making the same amount of money.
Yeah, because the ad revenue was more, you
it doesn't
dummy.
make sense. I think YouTube is screwed up. I think that internally they've changed something, because if you actually notice on YouTube for the past couple of weeks, things have been being tweaked and being changed. For example, for like a whole day, comments weren't even showing up properly on videos. You couldn't even act. You could post, but then they wouldn't show up. And then all of a sudden they showed up way later. It was really weird, the whole system. There's new tabs now for me, from someone who uploads. In my pages, there's new like menus and selections and stuff that weren't there before. And every time YouTube changes something like that, something screws up on the website. Just today, I noticed that my live streams have changed. If you don't know this, with the way it used to work on YouTube,
it took him this long to notice?
is that every time I live
What the
streamed,
fuck?
it would show up as
That's
one
bullshit. No,
continuous
I refuse
video.
to believe that.
So if you logged into my live stream to watch
he
me
make
live
those
stream
videos
something
private.
on DSP Gaming, it would say like a ridiculous amount of thumbs up and a ridiculous amount of thumbs down. You're like, Phil just started this stream. How could he have, tens of thousands of thumbs up and thumbs down already? It doesn't make sense. Apparently, I guess what it did, it always considered it as one video, and apparently in the past week that's changed. and now it's actually making separate videos for each stream, which honestly should have been what it did since the get-go of streaming on YouTube. You see what I mean? Like, there's these things that are weirdly changing internally for YouTube, and I get the feeling because of all these things internally changing, it's screwing with other stuff as well. So I'll give you some perfect examples.
Why
here.
would
This
this
past
make the
week,
view counts
I
not
tried.
right?
I started Banjo-Kazooie. I finished up games like Dead Rising, Bioshock, and the views look terrible. Like, some of these, they're not even 1,000 views, and I'm looking at it like, but the comments, the amount of thumbs up and thumbs down are in line with what a normal playthrough video would have. How could the views be so much dramatically lower than what we're used to? You know, let's face it, a typical playthrough, you know, if it's a long one or a drawn out one or a retro game, probably gets around 1,000 views a video. If it's a more popular hyped game, now we're talking you can get tens of thousands of views.
Is this a real life? We're 5 minutes in, and this whole video has been about views so far.
On 5,000 on average if it's a long played out playthrough. So I don't want people, I want you, the common viewer, to go to my channel and start watching. Wow, what happened to Phil's views?
What?
Is business tanking?
He said he don't want you, the common viewer. If you're watching this, you're not the common viewer. If you're watching the fucking weekend preview, you're not the common viewer.
What's going on? No, not at all. In fact, like I said, I've been keeping tabs on everything going on recently, and I've been looking at the analytics and everything behind the scenes, and the money I'm bringing in is the same as it was last month. Yet YouTube's telling me my views are down. It logically can't happen. If views are down, it means advertisements down. It means I make less money, but it's not. It's bullshit. So YouTube's fucked up. So don't be discouraged from watching any of the new playthroughs.
Oh my God!
I've been doing simply because the views aren't showing on the videos. The bottom line is I don't make money off of views anyway. I make money off of things like ad revenue and engagement and stuff like that. So that's the important thing, and I'm still doing just as well as I did last month. So don't worry and think, oh no, the sky is falling. Phil's business is falling apart. It's not. It's actually the complete opposite. I'm doing fine. I don't.
Why would the common viewer look at his views and say, oh no, the sky is falling, his business is failing? Why would the common viewer care enough? And why would the common viewer even want to know? Why would the common viewer want to know? That doesn't make sense. But why would they even care? Why would the common viewer watch the weekend preview?
I don't know why YouTube is reflecting like no one's watching these videos when that's not the case.
Take a sip.
It's like I said, if there was, like, if all of a sudden people really weren't interested in my videos, you wouldn't see the same amount of likes and dislikes and comments on the videos.
Maybe
like
people
nothing,
had,
right? So I'm not ratio of likes and dislikes and comments on my videos, but the views are dramatically down. It
How
makes no
dumb
sense.
can you be?
Obviously fucked up. Anyway, it doesn't affect.
Maybe less people watched it, but the small amount of people that did watch it just decided to like the video and decided to post a comment. Just because you have the same amount of likes and dislikes don't mean, oh, well, the views is obviously wrong. There's some videos that get like 1,000 views and have 100 likes. DSP videos they obviously don't do that. So if I upload a video and they get 1,000 views and 100 likes, does that mean that the views are incorrect and that I really have 2,000 views? Because there's no way 100 people out of 1,000 would like the video? It's terrible.
Affect me anyway negatively, but just for your own knowledge, so you don't think, oh God, what's going on? Why does this video have like
Who
so few
fucking
views?
thinks this
That's not
way?
the case. Just continue to watch the playthroughs, you know, like you always have, and enjoy them, and you know, nothing's bad. Okay.
Nothing's
Finally,
bad.
before we get to the schedule, is that Patreon is
What a great quote.
coming to a close for this month. Today is the 25th, which means there's only 5 days left to pledge to my Patreon.
Oh,
All right,
you are
for the month of
something,
September.
DSP.
We're still
Holy
behind.
crap,
We haven't
man.
hit the goal yet. We're about $75 or something like that away from hitting the goal for the month of September. This month, the big goal is a Halloween marathon. Everyone tells me they want a Halloween marathon. They can't wait to start nominating and voting on games, but we have to hit the goal. So with 5 days left, by the end of September 30th, midnight Pacific time, which is my time zone, we have to have about $75 more pledges in there to hit the goal and to do this upcoming Halloween marathon. So please check it out over at patreon.com/DarkSydePhil for all the details. As little as $1 helps. If you pledge $5 or more by the end of this month, you actually will be able to nominate and vote on those horror games that I'm going to play in the marathon on October 31st, Halloween night. Okay? Last but not least, I did a special vlog this past week. It was actually a vlog about Street Fighter V.
vlog.
And it's a pretty informative one where I
It's
kind
not
of
informative.
What's happened with Street Fighter V over the course of this year. How
It's like me
basically
saying this video is
the
informative.
professional fighting game players, the ones who make a living playing fighting games, not necessarily win every tournament, but they live stream, They fucking take donations. They, on their streams and, all kinds of shit like that on Twitch. They've got sponsorships from these fucking gaming companies, and all they're known for is...
I already talked about this early in the video. These people barely fucking stream this game. And then on top of that, let's be honest here. The mainstream big FGC guys, they could stream any other fighting game and they would get the same amount of viewers. They could stream like playing Pokemon Blue or some shit, and it would still get a good amount of viewers. They probably would still get more viewers than DSP get on his normal streams, even though they have less actual followers. But that's not really what Twitch is all about sometimes. Twitch is weird. But I don't know. Like, he doesn't watch these streams. He tells us all the time, he don't watch these streams, he don't watch these YouTubers, he don't watch this, he don't watch that, he don't watch this, he don't watch that. But then he try to tell us what these people do and how these people handle their operations. They live stream and they take donations, but you don't watch the streams. And I don't ever see him stream either. So what the fuck are you even talking about? Like for instance, yet again, one of the people he name dropped in the video was L.I. Joe. I don't remember the last time I saw L.I. Joe stream. So,
playing competitive Street Fighter, all right? They're basically spinning Street Fighter V to be a much better game than it really is. Street Fighter V is one of the worst competitive Street Fighter games ever created on paper, black and fucking white. If you look at
you don't have to tell us in this video. You made a whole video about it.
Definitively say it's a piece of crap. All right,
move on.
Spinning it like you shouldn't have any negative feelings about the game. You should love it, and you should continue to watch their streams and watch tournaments, because in their minds, if this game fails, Capcom has nothing else to keep anything popular, and fighting games won't be as popular, and they won't be able to do it for a living anymore. They're blatantly spinning it positively and or just flat out fucking lying about the game in order to get popularity and views. I did a whole vlog about this right here on the King of...
Also, we're gonna pretend like DSP doesn't spin in his videos positively. This is the same dude that he gets shit on for getting handheld by people, but he asking to be handheld in Dead Rising, and he calls this viewer feedback. That's not him spinning anything positively though. When other people do something similar with Street Fighter, it's spinning it positively. All right then. I suppose.
Hate vlogs. Right now, it has over 11,000 views and growing.
Whatever floats your little boat.
Please
hey,
give it a look,
pigs.
at least if you're interested
Stop
in fighting
chewing
games.
on each other.
It's gonna basically kind of reveal a lot of stuff that's controversial.
Controversial.
We're mad at me that I said it, but I think the people just needed to get.
He
some
acting
truth,
like
rather than getting the fucking spin zone bullshit.
He acting like he got filled up in an alleyway by a fucking. I can't even think of a popular or important person. Like he got felt up in an alleyway by a football player or some shit. And he came out and made a video about it, and people are mad. Oh, it's controversial. Some people are mad at me. Who mad at you, DSP? Who are these people? The people that you don't even know that you name dropped in the video? I don't know.
From the competitive FGC, someone had to step up and say the truth about fucking Street Fighter V. The game sucks, and
also, it's plenty videos and plenty forum posts and plenty articles on the internet saying Street Fighter V ain't that good for multiple reasons. And apparently DSP is special at saying this because he played Street Fighter 2 at Evo, pretty much.
I tell you why in that video and what to believe and what not to believe. All right, so that was this past week. Now let's talk about the schedule coming up. A lot coming up this week, but some of it's going to be uncertain, and allow me to explain. Here's what I'm working on right now. Banjo-Kazooie. I started it on Saturday, and I've got a long way to go in this game. I get the feeling I've still probably got like maybe 3 major streams, if not more, to finish it up. Hitman has a new episode coming out this week. So that's cool. I've really liked the Hitman game over the course of this year. I'm definitely planning on playing this next episode. I think this is the next to last episode. I think there's one episode left after this one for Hitman. So definitely playing that on Tuesday when it actually releases, just like I've covered all the other episodes. All right. But outside of those 2 things, the only other thing that's guaranteed that's on the docket for me is Ask the King. And that's a big one. I got to bring this up. Ask the King, my Q&A show, where you ask questions on the kingofhate.com forums and I answer them, returns this Thursday. So that's going to be Thursday, September 29th. It will not be live streamed, but it's going to be my first half of the day. It's going to be a big one because it's now been over 2 months since I did the last episode. If you have not yet, please put your questions up on the kingofhate.com forums. There's already a thread there for it, all right?
I think Ask the King a little bit more fun when he's streaming because other people could, like, you know, talk about what he's saying. It's kind of lame when he uploaded, record it, because then you have to watch it, and you might say something about it on Twitter, and then somebody else would be like, oh, he mentioned that and Ask the King, and you're like, yeah, and they're like, oh, I didn't watch it yet. But if he's streaming, it's like, oh, I'm watching the stream too. Oh, man. I don't know. I probably won't rarely watch Ask the King, though. So, yeah.
And if you were a patron of mine in the past 2 months, so either in July or August, you have a question that you want to ask for Ask the King, and you pledge the $20 that qualifies you to get your question answered.
$20 question. Oh,
you
yeah.
should have access to that. I mean, at this point, yeah, I've already messaged everyone multiple times. I think you would already have told me if you didn't have access yet to the premium section of the kingofhate.com forums. Post up your questions by Thursday so you can get them answered for sure. All right? So, that being said, this Thursday, Ask the King, big one. I'm excited for it. I love doing Ask the King, but I was so just kind of busy and inundated with other stuff over the summer that I get to get back to it. And this is cool because now another 2 months, guess when the next Ask the King is? Thanksgiving. I always do one around Thanksgiving, and it looks like I'm on par to do another one right around Thanksgiving again, which is awesome. Okay? So, Ask the King this coming Thursday.
DSP, that's right in the middle of a hardcore gaming season.
Of Banjo, Hitman, and Ask the King, my schedule's kind of open, right? And even though, yeah, I know that the 3 things will take up a lot of this week, there's still going to be kind of some empty spots, and you're going to ask, what am I going to be doing during those spots? All right? Well, allow me to get through at least the first 2 days of the week because I have answers for you, and then later in the week is what I need your feedback on. So, tonight, after I do this week in preview, I actually have some personals and bills and stuff to pay, so I'm not doing anything additional tonight for gameplay or anything like that.
What's the point of telling us this? He could just say he has stuff to do. I have bills to pay. He got to tell us that specific thing. He has bills to pay. Also, he never records gameplay videos after the weekend preview.
Yeah. Monday the 26th, my gameplay stream is going to be the return to Overwatch. Yes, I have not played Overwatch
my favorite
game in over 3 weeks. I played it very early, I think in September when they did that patch that released some additional stuff. And since then, I haven't played again. I want to play again. I like Overwatch a lot. It's a game that I went back to quite a lot this year, and I want to play it even more. So Overwatch is coming tomorrow. It's going to be my gameplay stream, and you'll see videos up on DSP Gaming. Tomorrow night, Monday night, I'm going to be doing more Banjo-Kazooie. I'll continue with that game. That will not be live streamed. It'll be probably another hour and a half to 2 hours of offline gameplay that I'll record and upload to DSP Gaming. All right. And by the way, I just want to emphasize this. Did I think that Banjo-Kazooie HD was going to be an amazingly popular playthrough? No, I didn't. I actually had no realistic expectations that people were going to come out to watch it. The stream that I did do got some pretty good attendance, but the videos on YouTube, Now, again, could that be YouTube screwing up or whatever? To me, it doesn't really matter. The patrons picked it. I'm going to keep playing it regardless.
Well, why are you talking about it if it don't matter?
Of how many people are watching it, but it's not going to be like a major focus that I have to stream every day. I might be playing it a lot offline, okay?
Take a sip.
Tuesday, it's going to be Hitman, all right? I'm going to be playing the new Hitman episode on stream, so I'll do my first cold run where I go through and I try to just do the basic objectives, then I'll do a second run like I always do where I try to do the alternate method of doing things. And it'll be fun. I like doing the alternate methods when I do the Hitman assassinations. It makes it a lot more fun to find these more creative and interesting ways
3 hours
to do the assassination. So that's going to be Tuesday's stream. Tuesday night, more than likely, I'll probably play even more Banjo-Kazooie. Okay?
Hooray.
So finally on Wednesday is when my schedule starts to clear up a little bit. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm kind of torn between a few options.
You're trying to fucking burn through Banjo-Kazooie, isn't it?
Kind of like 3 options. So let me give you the 3 options that I'm juggling in my mind right now. And these are the 3 things that I'm considering doing this week, and you're going to have input. You're going to be able to vote tonight on what you want to see coming up this week. All right, here's the 3 options for this week to balance with Banjo-Kazooie and Ask the King and all that going on. Number 1 would be for me to return to Dead Rising, the remaster that I just recently finished last week, and do a new game plus run through it. Now, I've already beaten the game once, I've got these stats, all these abilities. This run is going to be highly dependent on the viewers, because what I'm going to do is, as I go through it, see if people on the stream chat, for example, could say, oh, Phil, there's a psychopath over here that you missed the first time through. Go fight him now. And I'll basically listen to
wow, that sounds exciting for the people on YouTube
tell me
that watch.
what I missed the first time through,
man.
so I can run and do a more, not necessarily completionist, because I have no intentions of saving every single survivor, especially with the absolutely god-awful AI in the game of the survivors. But I would like to definitely see all the boss fights and stuff and see if I can make a better attempt at a second run through the game.
So what's his actual reasoning for playing this again? It's not going to be a completionist run. He just wants to see more of the game? Whatever. I'm sure everybody that watch the Let's Plays on YouTube, they probably think to themselves, man, you know what would be fucking great? I mean, I know watching these dudes play the game, you know, with their own actual experience is good and everything, but I really, really, really hope I can find a playthrough of a dude playing a game, and the playthrough is recorded, so I can't do anything at all. I can't contribute at all, but his entire playthrough was based on what people in the chat told him, a chat that I wasn't a part of. I'm sure people on YouTube fucking love that. Those videos are going to be great for YouTube, by the way.
Maybe do things differently at the end, right? Instead of doing the ending that I got, we try to do a different ending or something. You know, we'll see. But that's kind of the goal that I have for it. So that's option number one. I get a feeling a lot of people will be interested in that because people seem to really enjoy my
I can't have it on in a stable area.
There's a new game called Virginia.
He didn't play it.
I haven't heard much about it at all. I personally didn't hear about it until a few people messaged me this past week, and they said, Phil, there's this new game called Virginia.
You don't ever hear about these indie games until people tell them about them.
It might be right up your alley for your style of commentary. We'd like to see if you'd like to play it. It's coming up this next week, and you haven't mentioned it at all. I don't know much about it. Now, I'm sure many people are probably hearing about it for the first time, and you'll go look it up too. If this is something you're interested in seeing me play, let me know. Right? Or number three. Now, this one's kind of a long shot, in my opinion. This is just something out of the blue, because one of the major new releases this week, if you're not aware, everyone, there's 3 new releases this week. There's, oh, God, I wrote it down. Where is it? Oh, that's right. There's this new Shantae game. It's a platformer, 2D platformer. I guess there's a new modern version of it. Not too interested in that. There's also a new Sonic Boom game called Fire and Ice. I'm going to be honest with everyone. I was so put off by how bad
it's
that
a
Sonic
fucking
Boom
new
game
Shantae game coming out.
I bought. I mean, I just have no desire to play anything in the Sonic Boom franchise. And the bottom line is, next year we're going to have 2 new games, Sonic Generations and whatever that other one is.
He was just talking about possibly playing it not even a week ago. Whatever.
So they're both supposed to be 2 new franchises of Sonic. So I kind of don't really want to play the Sonic Boom game. But the other new release this week is Forza Horizon 3. If you're not aware, this is in the Forza Horizon series. You know, driving simulator and all that stuff. And I have not played a driving/racing game in a long time. In fact, if you actually look back, I think it might be 2 to 3 years since I've actually tried to do a play.
I remember you were supposed to play Drive Club. Remember Drive Club? That hot game Drive Club? Oh, Sony, you fucking cunts. We never got our PS Plus version of Drive Club. Never fucking got it. Never got it. And wasn't that shit promised? Like, before the PlayStation 4 even came out, it was like, oh, day one on a PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4, if you get PS Plus, you'll be able to play Drive Club. And then it got delayed, and then it came out, and people that spent $60 was able to play it, and then the servers didn't work, and then they delayed it for PS Plus again, and it never came out. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? And people don't talk about it anymore. I understand it was a pretty boring driving game, but that's kind of fucked up that Sony promoted that shit so much for PS Plus, and it just never came to PS Plus. It's kind of a dick move by Sony. I'm sure someone on the internet will defend that.
Through, or at least coverage of some kind of a driving game. So I think what I want to do is one of those 3 things. Either a second run through Dead Rising as a New Game Plus with the help of people watching to tell me what I missed and I should go do. Or check out this new game Virginia. Or Forza Horizon 3. One of those 3 things I'm strongly considering doing this week, okay? Now, I want to clear up some elephants in the room. People have been
so he's going to end up playing Forza, isn't he?
Asking me, am I doing this, am I doing this, am I doing this? And I'm going to address it right now in this video. Am I playing NBA 2K17? No. I played NBA 2K for the past several years.
Why would he address it in this video? The people that are asking those questions don't watch the weekend preview, obviously, because if you did watch the weekend preview, you would know he's not going to play 2K17. So the people that are asking if he's going to play 2K17 are not going to watch his video, are not going to watch this video. Therefore, it's pointless to him. It's pointless for him to tell us this.
Okay. And it's a good game, and I had fun with it, but last year, basically the only reason anyone tuned in is they wanted to see me do my face scan, fail again, and do the story, which was a Spike Lee written story, okay? After the story ended, the game was boring as dirt, and there was no reason to continue playing it. I agree. And, you know, sports games are good if I play them every few years, or maybe there's a change or a new feature or whatever. So I'm not doing NBA this year. I'm just not.
But Phil, it's new features every year. Haven't you watched the trailer?
I have no interest in it. FIFA. Some people ask me, why, Phil, why am I playing FIFA? Because this year it has a story mode. Well, the bottom line is, no one asked me for it when it was new. Like, it came out, it's already out from what I'm to understand. And, like, no one even bothered to say, hey, Phil, are you playing it or not? So I'm assuming there was no interest. Now, all of a sudden, after the fact, a few people messaged me, Phil, can't believe you're not playing it. Didn't seem like there was interest. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of games that I'm not known for.
All of this is about views and interests. All of it.
Synonymous
Man.
for. These sports games are one
like,
of them. Every once
like
in a while,
he'll blatantly tell us he like a game, but he's not gonna play it because there's no views and no interest. Come the fuck on, dude.
I'll play, you know, an MLB or an NBA or a Madden or, you know, but when I play them, sometimes they get attention, sometimes they don't. For example, earlier this year I played the NHL beta. There was a beta released and a fan sent me a code for it, and I played it and I just didn't get it. The controls were very frustrating. And
it has
off of that,
old school controls you can select, by the way.
Retail game, right? So yeah.
He didn't buy the new NHL game because he didn't like the controls. The game has multiple control schemes. It even has like an arcade control scheme where it's like 3 buttons to play the whole game. But he didn't know that because he's stupid. He don't look stuff up. That's the best way I could explain that. And nobody told him, surprisingly. That's odd.
It didn't seem like there was a lot of
People
interest
didn't
in FIFA
spam his
for me to
chat.
play, and that's why I didn't
Phil,
play that.
it's an arcade,
now, the other one that I've been getting a ton of
version.
messages about, and I can't understand why. Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, which I just finished, by the way, about 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was less than 2 weeks ago that I finished this game. Long playthrough, right? Has a DLC already. And it costs $12. Unless you bought the season pass, which I didn't. It costs $12 for this DLC, and people are like, Phil, you gonna play it? No. So,
he didn't play FIFA because nobody asked about playing it until after the game came out. But he won't play the Deus Ex DLC even though people asked him about playing it before it came out, but he's not going to play it because he just beat the game.
Just finished the game. And if a DLC comes out that quickly after the release of the game, what that tells me is that DLC should have been in the fucking game, and they're ripping everyone off, right? If anything, the one major complaint that everyone had about Mankind Divided was that the main story was very weak. It seemed like it was too quick. It wasn't as strong as the story in Human Revolution, and the side content of the game far exceeded in story what the main plot line did. So maybe if they didn't fucking take the DLC and sell it less than a month after the release of the game, right? Maybe if that was part of the plot would have seemed better. So I have no desire to sink more money into this fucking game that I felt wasn't as good as the first one, and I was a little bit disappointed over. I just don't see it. I can't with good conscience buy another DLC in less than a month after it's fucking released. That's ridiculous. It should not even be out this quickly, is the bottom line.
Take a sip.
So I'm not doing that. So there's a lot of things that...
Let's be honest. If it came out 2 months from now, he wouldn't have played it either because he would have said, oh, we're in the middle of the hardcore gaming season.
Came up in September that I didn't really play, all right? So, here's the deal.
It is kind of sleazy for them to bring out $12 DLC so soon, though. It's obvious the DLC was already done.
Once it goes live, I'm going to put a poll up on my Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, right over here, @TheyCallMeDSP.
Yeah, I'm covering
your Twitter. The poll's going to say, which of these three options would you prefer to see Phil do this week? The Dead Rising, remastered New Game Plus
See what I mean?
run?
You get to make these decisions for free. So why the fuck would you pay $5 for him to play a game for a couple hours and not finish it on Halloween, when you can make decisions like this for free multiple times a month? Whatever.
Virginia game or Forza Horizon 3. And based off of your input, it's not going to directly 100% solidify what I play, but it's going to heavily influence it. I'm actually curious, out of these 3 options of stuff that's available to play this week, what people actually would want to see me play. In comparison to if I just made a
gotta maximize
choice,
the views
right?
that way.
I might not necessarily be in tune with what people want.
You're never
So
in
that's
tune
why
with
I'm
what
trying
people
to gather
want.
data. So just so you know, a lot of people get angry if like one game narrowly wins over another. Phil didn't play that game. Well, the poll isn't meant to 100% solidify what I play. It just gives me an idea of what's out there that people want to see. You know, there were a few weeks back, I believe, I did a poll and one game came in second. I ended up playing the game that was second place or something like that, and people got mad at me. That's not the purpose of the poll. It's not to control my destiny. It's just to get opinion on what people are interested in.
Yeah, but when you do a poll and people vote for it and the thing they voted for will win and they don't get to see it, they feel like they wasted their time. Maybe that's why people get mad.
And then during the time period when it's realistic, maybe I'll play it. Now this week I could probably play any 3 of those games, but I'll give you another example. XCOM 2 comes out this week. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not playing XCOM 2. There's many reasons. Number one, because it's already been out on PC for most of the year, which is fucking stupid that it was a PC exclusive for most of the year. Now it comes out on consoles already.
A lot of games do that. Didn't XCOM 1 do that? XCOM isn't made to be a game you play with a controller. Now, I won't lie to you. XCOM 1 already came out on console. XCOM 2 should have came out on console a little bit earlier. It's not like they already had the foundation because they put the fucking game on console before. So that's kind of sleazy, but I don't know. I guess it's one of those kind of things you just got to deal with. If you want to play XCOM when it's new, if you care about XCOM enough to want to play it when it's new, and you don't have a PC, then I guess you just got to hold the L for that. But it's stupid, yes, of course. It's like a 5-year-old trying. It's like a 5-year-old being annoyed by it. I
already know from playing XCOM 1. The game's insanely fucking long. And I put like 15 to 20 hours into XCOM 1, didn't beat it, and eventually just had to write it off because I was so busy.
15 to 20 hours is insanely long.
During the hardcore gaming season, I didn't have any more fucking time to play it.
Season.
And that's exactly what would happen with XCOM 2. I'd start to play it, and then but within a week or two, I'd get caught up in other new releases and never go back to it. So that's the bottom line, is I'm not playing XCOM 2 either. I don't really feel like there's a lot of demand or a lot of interest in it right now. All the hype died out earlier this year when they made it a PC exclusive, stupidly. So that's the deal with a lot of this stuff. A lot of people ask me, are you playing this?
I don't think it was a PC exclusive. Obviously, it wasn't.
And your voting on the poll is going to help determine.
I don't even know if such thing exists.
All right, so the poll will go up tonight. When I say tonight, Sunday night, will go up on my Twitter, and I'll probably leave it there for a few days so that you can vote on it. And then
I don't even feel like explaining what I just said. We'll just leave it at that.
I'll use that poll to heavily influence what I play. All right, so.
Because I know somebody said that doesn't make sense. There are PC exclusives to heaven.
Tomorrow, Overwatch, and then more Banjo-Kazooie. Tuesday, the new Hitman episode, and then more Banjo-Kazooie.
Wow, this is a hot week.
Whatever I start new.
Oh, man.
And more Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh,
Thursday,
man.
Ask the King, and then I'll see if Thursday night, if I want to do whatever I started new or more Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, man.
It's probably going to be whatever I started new and more Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, my God.
Banjo's probably going to end up being kind of a secondary game to everything, simply because it is a retro game and there's not a
fucking 40 hours of Banjo-Kazooie this week.
Whenever I do start up as a new playthrough, people will want to see more on live stream. Okay, so there you go. That's the
40 hours of Banjo-Kazooie.
FYI, this
it's
is
the 90s all over
week
again,
of
you guys.
2016 that is bereft of major new releases, and what I mean by that is next week we've got Mafia 3. The week after, Gears of War 4. As well as WWE and the launch of the PlayStation Virtual
These are
Reality
worthy
System.
games.
The week after that, Battlefield 1. The week after that, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I may play Titanfall 2. I'm a little bit on the fence.
Wow, these games sound good. Oh my God. Can't wait.
That I'm going to be interested in playing. Then in November, like every week, there's major releases. December. So for the next 3 months,
the next 2 months sound like garbage.
Have hot new releases that people want to see. So
wow.
I got to play this game and it's a dud, or here's a downtime old game. We're going to get into the heavy nitty-gritty of the hardcore gaming season, which I think everyone's been waiting for. And like, where is it? Last year we had games like Until Dawn and Metal Gear Solid 5 and Super Mario Maker and this one and that one that you can all name happened in August, September. And this year there's nothing. Like, nothing major really happened, right? So hopefully next month we'll really hit the ground running.
Next
with
month
the new
sound like
stuff.
shit,
But
dude.
for now, this is the final week of kind of finishing up with all the older stuff and the downtime stuff until the new releases start hitting next week. That's it, everyone. Thanks for watching the weekend preview. Please vote in the poll that I post up tonight. And without further ado, thank you to the August patrons that made this new upcoming and ongoing, which already started, Banjo-Kazooie playthrough possible. Please pledge to Patreon the next 5 days so we can get through the Halloween marathon. I'm really excited. I've already getting ideas for Halloween costumes and stuff. I've been going to different stores. So please, I hope it happens. Thank you to those who have pledged already. And without further ado, thanks to the August patrons. Here they go. Peace out.
Nope. I don't know what I'm gonna name this video. Usually I have a name by the end or whatever. That's usually the good names, or at least the names I like. Oh well. Anyway, this video ain't been 2 hours long like the last one, so that's good. I didn't drive myself crazy either like the last time. Last time I was a mental wreck after that bullshit. 2 hours, 2 hour long fucking video. But damn, it was. Nah, I don't feel like doing it. I don't need to. We talked about it in the weekend preview anyway. His views shit. Yeah. So that's exciting. I can't wait to watch him play Banjo-Kazooie for a whole week. And what else? Forza. Oh man, that hot, exciting racing game. Just watch a video of Forza. Do you want to really watch that? Do you want to watch a YouTube Let's Player play Forza, that hot game? I don't know. Whatever. I guess people do want to watch Forza for some fucking reason. Maybe I'm not seeing something they on. I guess they want to see him getting wrecks over and over and get annoyed. I don't know. Whatever. Shantae got delayed. It's coming out the 1st of November. Well, that's why I didn't know it was coming out. FIFA 17 is not out until Tuesday in North America and Thursday in the UK. Wow. So he's not going to play FIFA because people didn't tell him about it until after it came out, and it's not even out yet. Amazing. That's some hot research that was done by DSP. So I guess FIFA came out yesterday. Yep. FIFA Early Access been out since Thursday. That's what he was referring to. Wow, he is dumb. But the Early Access is limited to 10 hours, and you can only play for a short length of the story mode. You should give the new story mode in FIFA a try. It's really good. Yeah, because DSP, DarkSyde, feel the soccer fan. This is a great comment. This obviously deserves and should be under the weekend preview. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but it says, "I'm sorry, Phil, you are not what you used to be. I mean, I still support you with whatever you do. I still support you with whatever you do. Well, you saying he not what he used to be is irrelevant then. But you went downhill after 2010, and I blame on you with losing your job. So darn you, Obama. I blame everything on that black guy." What? What? Is that supposed to be funny? I don't know if he's trying to make a weird joke or is that a reference to something? I'm so confused. 2011 and 2012 were two really big and exciting years on DSP. Wow, Jesus will isolate. Say he was talking about him like he an economy. I don't think he went downhill by any means up to 2010, but I'll admit there hasn't really been any interesting games in a while. What the fuck do the games have to do with anything? The new games just aren't that great anymore. I'm sure the last Guardian. Yeah. Nobody stays in their prime forever. Even Michael Jordan was not what it used to be when it returned in 2002. Yeah, that's because he fucking retired and came back. But, also, we compared DarkSyde Phil and Michael Jordan. YouTube comments. I love that, though. The games aren't that good. It's not his fault. It's the game's fault. The games have to be good for DSP to be good. Well, that means he's not a very good YouTuber then. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I don't know when I'm going to upload this. I'm gonna try to upload it today. I got to come up with a title. I usually will have some kind of stupid fucking title by now. Oh well, I'll figure something out. But I am Audi 5000 G. Just remember, you need somebody to love you. Make sure you look up and I shall be there. Maybe. I don't know. Probably. Hopefully I don't have to edit this video. Guess I'll